What if I told you that one invisible money habit is quietly keeping you poor, and chances are you're doing it every single day without even noticing? Stay until habit number 7, because that's the one almost everyone is guilty of, and it might be the exact reason you feel stuck no matter how hard you work. Here's the truth. Being broke isn't usually about how much you earn. It's about small, invisible habits that quietly drain your bank account every single day. Let's break down 7 of them, one by one, and by the end of this video, you'll know exactly which ones are holding you back. Habit number 1. Spending before you save. Picture this. Payday hits on Friday. By Friday night, there's already been takeout, a new pair of shoes, and a little "I deserve this" shopping spree. Saturday morning comes the banking app, and with it that instant drop in your stomach. Almost everyone has felt that exact moment. Most people save whatever is left over after spending. But the people who build wealth flip that order. They save first, then spend what remains. It sounds simple, but this one shift changes everything. And if you think that's costly, the next habit drains even more money without anyone realizing it. Habit number 2. Ignoring small, recurring expenses. A streaming subscription here, a forgotten app fee there, a gym membership nobody's touched in months. None of these feel like a big deal on their own. But add them up over a year, and you're looking at hundreds, sometimes thousands of dollars, quietly leaking out of your account. The scary part? Most people have no idea how much they're losing until they actually sit down and check. And once they do, the number on the screen is never the number they expected. Habit number 3. Using credit as a safety net instead of a tool. There's nothing wrong with credit cards when they're used wisely. The problem starts when they become a crutch. Missing rent this month? Just swipe. Short on cash for groceries? Just swipe. Each swipe feels harmless in the moment, but interest quietly piles up in the background, turning small gaps into long-term debt that takes years to climb out of. What starts as a $200 shortfall can quietly grow into thousands, and by the time it's noticed, the damage is already done. Habit number 4. Avoiding your own numbers. Some people would rather do anything than actually look at their bank statement. It feels uncomfortable, even a little frightening, like opening a door you're not sure you want to walk through. But avoiding the numbers doesn't make the problem disappear, it just makes it grow in silence. The moment you actually look, really look, at where your money goes, you gain the power to change it. Unfortunately, the next habit is one that keeps people frozen for years without them ever noticing. Habit number 5. Waiting for the perfect time to start. I'll start saving next month. I'll invest once I get a raise. I'll build a budget once things calm down. It sounds responsible, almost sensible, but the perfect time rarely arrives, and while you're waiting for it, months quietly turn into years. The people who actually build financial security aren't the ones who start with a lot of money. They're the ones who simply start, messy and imperfect, right where they are. Habit number 6. Chasing quick wins instead of steady growth. Everyone wants the fast shortcut, the overnight breakthrough, the one big move that changes everything instantly. But real financial stability rarely works that way. It's built through consistent, unglamorous decisions made month after month, year after year. The people who look like they got lucky almost always have years of quiet discipline hiding behind them that nobody ever sees. And that brings us to the final habit, the one that quietly does more damage than all the others combined. Habit number 7. Comparing your life to everyone else's highlight reel. You see a friend's new car, a coworker's vacation photos, a neighbor's remodeled kitchen, and without even realizing it, you start spending to keep up. Not because you need it, but because you feel like you're falling behind. Imagine waking up on payday feeling rich, proud, in control, and then 3 days later, scrolling through someone else's life and suddenly feeling behind in your own. That gap between what you have and what you see online has quietly bankrupted more people than almost anything else on this list. because it turns spending into an emotional reaction instead of a decision. So here's the real question. How many of these 7 habits do you recognize in your own life? Maybe it's 1. Maybe, if you're honest with yourself, it's several. And that's okay, because awareness is always the first step. Let me leave you with this. 5 years from now, your future won't be decided by one big decision. It'll be decided by the tiny money habits you repeat every single day. The subscriptions you finally cancel, the numbers you finally check, the moment you stop comparing and start focusing on your own path. The question is, which habit will you change first? Which one are you guilty of? Comment the number below. One small change today could completely change where you stand 5 years from now.